Hello, and welcome to Reel Talk, the latest Real Deal show. I'm your host, Nate Richard, and you guys should introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Tiara Spells.
I'm Marcos Carranza.
And I'm Matthew Simmons.
And today we're talking about the new Universal Monster movie reboot, their third attempt at bringing back the Universal
It's the
Monsters.
Dark Universe 2.
Yeah.
Get hyped.
Yeah.
The Invisible Man, which is directed by Lee Winnell, who he wrote the Saw movies, and he directed Upgrade, which is a really underrated movie.
So good.
It stars Elizabeth Moss, and insert obligatory John Cena joke right here. It also has Aldous Hodge and Storm Reed, and basically we follow Elizabeth Moss, who's playing a woman who has gotten out of an abusive relationship, and she believes that her boyfriend, who is presumed dead, is actually invisible and haunting her. So, you guys want to get into your thoughts on it? Who wants to start?
Real quick, how much of this movie can we spoil?
We're
yeah.
talking spoilers.
Yeah.
We're spoiling
you
the
have
whole
to,
movie,
I really
sorry.
think.
Turn it off.
I'm just gonna say this movie.
Go watch it though. For real.
Get
It's
outta
a good
here.
movie.
I'm just gonna say that this movie was hyped, like extra hyped.
Really?
I think so. I didn't think it was that good.
Is that going to be the unpopular opinion through everybody? I just want to know real quickly. Is this going to be like the lone opinion that wasn't too great? or-
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
I think it.
All right.
I was bored. I was so
now it's time to make your
bored.
case. Yeah.
I was so bored. I mean, the beginning was fine. I liked it. I was like into it. I thought the sister was so annoying. So when she
Yeah. I
died,
was
I
kinda glad
didn't
she died.
care.
Spoiler.
We said spoilers.
Okay, yeah.
We said we're talking spoilers. Anyway, when the sister died, I didn't care. I thought everybody except for Elizabeth Moss was super dumb. Like, I wanted to like it too because everybody said it was good.
You
but
don't like the cop dude?
yeah, he was like fine. Like, yeah.
I thought that his
they were
daughter
cute.
was like one of the best.
Oh, yeah.
characters in the
Oh, she
movie.
was
They
great.
were cute. Yeah, I like that.
So you're the Brandon Kratkowski of this group?
Got her.
Oh.
Got
Name
her.
drop.
Okay, it's not that much of a hot take. Come on.
I thought it was really, really good. I especially think that the sound design in this movie is like
The
great.
best
Like
thing.
I felt like I needed to look over my shoulder when I was watching the movie. Like, good. Like even when like she first like she's like getting out of the house or whatever, and she like kicks the dog bowl. I was like, oh my god, that scared me.
I did
Yeah.
enjoy the beginning of this
So.
film a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll agree with you. I think the two best things about this movie, well, I'll say three. The first one is the sound design. Second one is just the execution of everything because just like the directorial style is just so clean and the amount of like empty space they kind of just leave in the frame where it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, he's definitely going to show up right there.
Right.
And it just doesn't happen ever. It's just one of the most intense experiences. And number three is Elizabeth Moss.
Yes.
Because we cannot talk about The Invisible Man without talking about Elizabeth Moss.
True.
Because this is probably just like every year we kind of have like a lead horror actress who are just like, this is the year that the Academy is gonna like acknowledge a really great performance. Like we had like Toni Collette, some might say Anya Taylor-Joy. We had Florence Pugh and Lupita
And-
Nyong'o,
yeah.
and nothing happened. Is Elizabeth Moss going to be like the turning point where she gets nominated for this?
If no other movies come out this year, yeah, she's
kinda
gonna
looking
win.
that way.
Where we
Yeah,
are.
everything's getting pushed back, so yeah,
So
she's
it's
the front runner to win.
so you're saying it's between this and Brahms, The Boy 2? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And Ben
cool.
Affleck playing
That
basketball.
Ben Affleck
And Ben
movie.
Affleck.
That was a good movie.
Sad.
I think another part of it, which might just be more timely than anything, is that you're scared of something you can't see, which is like
Yeah.
our lives right now.
It's
Yeah.
shout out to the coronavirus.
Shout out coronavirus.
There's like different scenes in the movie where it's acting like he's there, but
Yeah,
you don't
yeah, yeah.
know. And then, spoiler alert, the dinner scene at the restaurant.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I wasn't even thinking that he was going to be
That
there.
might
like,
be-
in
that
a
might be your
public
favorite scene of the
space.
entire movie.
That
Yeah. So,
when
like-
that happened in the movie, you could like the whole audience just went silent. Like you
Really?
could hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
It was
I watched it with my friend yesterday, and we like were so in the scene that Nate's talking about is the Elizabeth Moss meets her sister to like talk about stuff, and she's like revealing stuff about this dude who's stalking her. And the dude, he's like in an invisible like suit or whatever. He like slits her throat and puts the knife in
Her hand.
in her hand. So like it looks like she just killed her own sister in a crowded restaurant. And like I watched it with my friend yesterday, and our jaws dropped, and we just had to like look at each other.
Yeah.
We were like, what the hell is going on?
I went to go see this with my girlfriend, and I think like the entire movie, because I'm a little baby wimp. Like I love horror movies, but I will watch them always through like closed eyes. But that scene like where like you see Elizabeth Moss' face and her face just kind of drops, and then you see the sister and like that knife's just slowly behind her. I was like, no, like I jumped. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
My thing, okay, I'm probably nitpicking the scene specifically.
Go for it, please.
But someone had to have seen that. Considering how big the crowd was, nobody just saw this knife flying around, and nobody saw that.
Are you assuming that
does his suit have pockets?
I think the knife was just on the table with them.
Yeah. That's a big knife, bro.
Well, yeah, and then it like flew, and then it sliced the homegirl's neck, and then it was in her hand. No one saw that.
They were having a lovely dinner.
I guess.
Yeah,
They
they're
were
very
all just interested in their
invested.
conversation.
Yeah.
Or their phones, or
Yeah, no
whatever.
phones in sight,
Yeah,
just
right,
people enjoying.
Just people vibing.
Enjoying
Just
each
vibing.
other.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite thing that I've seen.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not saying the movie's
Yeah, no,
perfect because I think once we get around some of the positives, we can kind of get into more nitpicky stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I did think Elizabeth Moss she carried this movie on her back. I think.
yeah.
she's
It was
great
phenomenal.
in everything, so
For sure.
it's not surprising. But yeah, just having to act against nothing sometimes is
Yeah.
just really hard. But
Yeah.
I'll say the best thing about this movie or the smartest thing about the movie is framing a horror film around kind of like a Me Too story. It's
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
relevant and super smart. Like imagine if they tried to because like at one point Johnny Depp was supposed to be the Invisible Man
Yeah.
in some kind of movie for the Dark Universe. Shout out to the Dark Universe.
Imagine Jack Sparrow
Rest in
popping up.
peace.
But having the Invisible Man not the lead character and a supporting character that like you don't ever see is just it's a genius idea. Like even
is.
if like the execution itself, like for Tiara's point of view, if it's not like the greatest thing in the world, like having a story like that is very just super smart and relevant.
I really liked the premise, and I heard a bunch of good things about it, so I was like, oh, I'm like excited. Like the premise sounds interesting, but I thought the execution was just a little silly at some points. Like just see, like I get it, it's the Invisible Man, I
Like what?
get it,
Like-
but it was just so dumb seeing them fighting nothing. I was
Oh,
like
the asylum scene, even.
that, and I was like.
That, yeah.
That was a
that
like
one was
upgrade
rough.
though.
It was.
the way the camera.
I just
Yeah,
thought
it
it was.
was.
I just thought it was a little bit too silly for a story about an abuse victim. Like that's just my
Okay.
thing. I don't know. I don't know.
No, I totally get that. Like, I think for me, the third act kind of falls apart just a little bit, just
I
because
agree.
it
There
does.
was the one unresolved thing that I didn't really get.
Which one was it? When
With the brother,
Yeah.
more like, was he like drugging his brother and like that's
Yeah,
how he
what
was
was
doing
that
that?
about?
Or
I
were
just
they
think were
working
just
together,
chill.
or-
So
I don't get it.
think they did that because what's her husband's name?
Adrian.
Adrian.
Adrian is the abuser, no doubt. I
Yeah.
think his brother was abused by him too, to the point where he could be manipulated so easily that he could just convince his brother, like just like that, like, hey, I need you to go and work with me on this.
His brother
thing.
killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Like, really well.
So yeah, it's just very efficiently.
Didn't he
was
say he was a
efficient,
fighter?
Huh?
Didn't he say he fought? Wasn't there a scene where he said?
I think I know what you're talking about.
I'm almost positive this could have been another movie I'm thinking of.
So wait,
But
okay.
I'm almost positive he said that like, in order to cope with like his hatred of his brother, he turned to like fighting.
I don't remember.
I don't
That
know.
might be that.
Maybe not. Maybe
I don't
I'm thinking
remember
I mean,
of something
he's a
else.
lawyer, so
Yeah.
Okay. I
Lawyer
don't
by
know.
day, boxer by night.
yeah.
I don't
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Maybe I'm thinking of something
Also,
completely
they
different.
were so. Whoever was in that suit at these different moments, they were so strong. They were just ragdolling Elizabeth
Okay,
Moss. I
there,
was
yeah,
like,
there is a little bit of suspension of disbelief where like Adrian's kind of
she
like a
was just
superhuman.
flying
So like, I mean,
across.
I can get it because like she can't see him, so like they could just like easily like, but like that's true. She can't like fly across a room.
At one
Yeah.
point, she like flew across the kitchen table or something, and I was like, "Dang, he's strong."
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
like
to be
when
fair,
the
like, go ahead.
when the cop's daughter is like slapped.
Yeah.
That was kind of like that was such a like.
I hated that.
I hated
Yeah.
that scene. It was
That was kind of one of those scenes where I'm like, did they really need to do that?
The other
Yeah.
scene I felt that way was when she was in the shower in the asylum. I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to see this.
Oh, like when she
Oh.
tries
She,
to
like,
like
she,
kill
like,
herself,
tries
and
to
she's
kill
like, yeah,
herself with a
Adrian, you don't have
pen.
control over me anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of
Like
don't know.
I thought it like it
It's a little
made
weird,
sense
yeah.
for where it was, but I was like, this seems a little graphic,
It's,
but
yeah,
whatever.
it kind of goes out of its way to kind of be like have a little bit
Yeah.
of moments where you're just like, holy crap or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, to me, it's like this is a movie about a guy who invents an invisible suit. So
Which is
for me,
really
that
cool.
alone is just like okay.
he works
well,
in optics, and that's it. Optics,
billionaire optics.
Fiber optic.
Yeah,
He does
optics,
internet.
optics.
but I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some of it was kind of unrealistic.
I think
but it's
largely though, I think that the movie achieved what it was going for because
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
gave me a great deal of but like it gave me like as I was watching it, it gave me a great deal of like anxiety of what was going to happen
It was
next.
tense.
So yeah, it was a very tense movie, and in that regard, I think it achieved its goal.
I also want to point out one thing too. The marketing for this movie is really good because there are scenes in the trailer that aren't in the movie. Like the scene, like the really like one of like the famous scenes from the trailer is like where she's in the shower and the handprint like flows on the
Yeah.
That was
the
like in all
glass.
of the like the promotional
was
stills and
not in the
everything.
movie.
Isn't
I
that
was
in
waiting
the-
for
I
that.
thought I fell asleep or
Yeah.
something, or
On the
wasn't paying
Yeah,
attention.
that looks like the poster.
That poster is
They
like,
literally, they marketed that in all the
bad
posters and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's not
And
good.
she's in the shower, but then she just gets out.
So
I think that's so
granted, I
smart.
went into this movie mostly blind. Like I didn't see the
Yeah,
trailer
I didn't watch
before
any of the
watched it.
trailers either. But
But,
that's just like
yeah.
a thing. I don't watch trailers.
I think the trailer cut. I think at least the second trailer gave away a little bit too much. I think.
Well, the one scene that I wish it didn't ruin was the attic scene.
With the paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I didn't watch that trailer until I saw the movie, so I
Oh,
didn't
really?
know.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was.
that was a great scene.
It was.
That was a really
That
good
was
scene.
because I was on another podcast talking with a friend, and he kept on talking about that scene over and over again, like
Yeah.
how that there wasn't like many jump scares in the movie.
That one
but that
got me.
one,
That one got me hard,
whoa.
man. Like I jumped out of the seat. A little bit.
Yeah. Also, I want to know if Adrian could reveal his secrets on how he gets paint out of clothes so easily and
Yeah, he
quickly.
did that real quick.
Yeah.
I would like to know that secret as
Did it
well.
have like mini wipers on it?
He's
Like windshield wipers?
got like windshield fluid everywhere.
That's where all
Because
that's
it
where all
had,
the
like,
Clorox
mini
wipes
cameras.
went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I will say one scene that like I could tell like that was like kind of predictable is when she shot the dude. That
It was
like,
the brother?
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
brother. Like 'cause
Yeah,
they just
I
they
saw that.
I just slurred every word I just. Like I don't know. They just like the camera focused on him on the ground for so long. I'm like, oh, that's not.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
something's
Yeah.
not,
Well-
something doesn't add up.
I started to.
It was too easy.
Yeah.
Because she just came in with the. I was like, okay, sis, like.
But-
And then, yeah.
I started to suspect that like once she was in the parking lot of the facility,
Oh really?
I immediately was like, what if it's not Adrian in that suit? I keep wanting to call him Oliver. Is that like the
That's his
actor's
real name. Yeah,
That's the
Oliver
actor's name.
Jackson Cohen.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
I know if that was his name because he's from Haunting of Hill House as
So
well.
good and awesome.
Gotcha.
The guy who
But-
plays the brother or Adrian?
No, the guy who plays
Adrian is in the Haunting
Adrian.
of Hill House. Yeah, he plays one of the
But
twins.
I just kept on thinking like maybe it is the brother. Maybe like But I kind of thought, like, maybe Adrian is really dead. But then it would kind of take away the point of the movie.
Yeah.
And that would have
Yeah.
kind of pissed me off
Right.
a little bit.
I thought the ending, the resolve between her and Adrian was very clever and well done. Like
Yes.
I kind of knew that as soon as she got to his house, like she was there to finish the job pretty much. Like you, only one person's leaving this house right now.
Yeah.
So low key, I definitely thought that she just stayed in the bathroom for a really long time, and she got somehow. This is what came through my mind because it happened too quickly for me.
Yeah.
I was like, how did she get James's daughter to kill this dude? Like, this is just a girl. How did she convince this girl to do this? And then she came out with the suit in her purse. I'm like, that was a quick outfit change, but all right.
Yeah.
I guess I can
Broadway.
suspend.
She knew
belief,
exactly where to go. She knew exactly where the suit was.
Well,
All
I
she
know,
had
but
to
the
do
bathroom was
just-
here and the suit was over here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, it's
I don't know.
kind of a silly movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little nitpicks right there.
Yeah.
I totally agree, though. But
I kept thinking the same thing. I'm like, that was way too fast to change into like a suit like that. Like, have you ever tried putting on a morph suit?
Yeah, it takes a bit. It takes a bit.
I have a vinyl skirt that's hard to get into. Can you imagine an entire just rubber suit that you gotta like
Also, that
can we?
suit was
I wish
way
they cut to
bigger
a
than
scene of her
her.
just slowly like putting on the suit.
rolling it up? It rolls down a
struggling
little
to
bit.
put
She
it
has to
on.
fit.
She's like, damn.
But like, I think it was very like mastermindy because like it's on like his own home security. It just straight up looks like dude killed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
And I want to also say too that another smart thing they did at the end too, where Adrian's kind of doing this whole spiel of being like, he's changed and it was his brother the whole time, and like
all this food.
yeah, the way that they made it kind of framed in a way where like some audience members were wondering like, was it actually true?
Yeah,
and that
sometimes
is
I'm like-
so true to his character though, because
even
he's
after
so
the
manipulative.
fact, I kind of like thought about it. I'm like, what?
I had that thought for like
was
1
he
second.
trapped in the basement the whole time?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I had that.
You
I had
know?
that thought for just like 1 second. I was like, "Wow!" But like that kind of just goes to like how well they made his character
Yeah.
seem just like a really controlling
Yeah.
freak.
Yeah. I will agree with what Tiara was saying earlier about the sister being kind of annoying.
She
Yeah.
was the worst.
Yeah.
She was so disrespectful.
She
was
turned on her
so
sister
rude.
so
She was
quickly.
Yeah.
so. Oh my god, I hated her.
Like, it
Like,
took
even
one
if I
email
got
for her
that
to be like,
email
"No,
from
you're
my-
done."
yeah.
From my sibling, I'll be
and
like,
then
hey,
in the beginning of the
what
movie,
up?
when she was like, drive away, and she's just over there questioning
She's like,
her.
"What?
I'm like,
What?"
girl, if you don't drive away, like, this is why homeboy broke your window. Like, this is your fault, sister.
I mean, like, the fact that she picked her up in the middle of the woods and just sat there for a second.
And she was
that
okay
was
with
not
that.
a red flag to you.
Well, even like the email, like she believed that email
Yeah,
immediately.
just- I don't know.
Like, she was like telling her sister that, oh, I love you, like a scene earlier.
Uh-huh.
And then she's like, oh, I'm totally going to believe this. Like, she could have been
don't know.
hacked.
I mean, to be fair, she did think that Adrian was dead, like for real, and so she just kind of assumed that like her sister
mean,
was just going
yeah.
crazy and was just like turning her back on her.
But I don't know.
Nah, that. I think that was the one thing in the movie that was most a stretch for me.
The funniest thing about me is when they panned over to Adrian's ashes, and it just says Adrian Griffin. It's in like 19 whatever to 2020. I'm like,
Did you laugh?
I don't know. I just chuckled a little bit. Like it's not inherently funny, but I was like,
It was just one of those things, just like, oh, so.
So what was that body, Ben, that they found?
I think they just faked his death.
I'm pretty sure. You know what?
Because police were there. So wouldn't they have seen his dead body?
Well, I mean, if Adrian is.
You're
Okay.
talking about where he faked his death.
Yeah,
right?
'cause you
Okay,
saw the
yeah.
pictures of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I don't know,
and
that's
they
a loophole.
had his ashes, and
Who showed the picture?
his
the
brother.
Okay.
So
But
kind
it
of
was like
wild,
crime scene
but, like,
photos.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I'm so confused.
Like,
think about
am I
that
just
one,
halluc-
did you, man?
am
Is
I
this
just
like a
imagining
sequel?
things?
Is this like a secret sequel to Face Off, where there's like,
Yeah.
Yes.
if
John
Adrian,
Travolta comes out of the closet.
if Adrian has the power to build an invisible suit. He probably has the power to like clone himself or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That or like he used his he maybe made a dummy.
He's in optics,
He
man.
killed somebody.
Optics.
He may have killed someone. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, this could have been something where Adrian was so rich he could have had the resources to easily fake his own death or something.
I was just happy the dog lived.
The dog lived.
I was so happy, and like in the last scene, you see her
Aw,
walking
the dog.
Zeus.
I was very worried for the dog in
Me
that
too.
opening scene. I was like, get away from the dog! Get away from the dog!
Also, wait.
Like, don't hurt the dog!
I had to
was an
like
adorable
think about
dog.
it for a second. It was a good
He
dog.
was very cute.
But like, was
10
it
out of 10
her
dog.
butt or the dog's butt that made the car go off?
It was
I think
the
she
dog's.
hit it. I thought she smacked it with her
I thought
hand.
she was like taking the dog's collar off,
And she,
Yeah, the
I
dog's
thought she hit
butt,
it with
But I
like,
thought
hit
the
it.
dog like bumped into the
Yeah,
car.
that's what I
And
thought.
I think it was the dog.
realistically, I don't think a dog could like make the car alarm go off.
I mean, it was a lab, so
You're talking to the
Excited
dog expert
boy.
right here, Marcus.
I don't know.
I don't know. I maybe it was the copy I mean the version of it I was watching, but it
He really bad.
but it looked like when she took it off of him, she like smacked the
I
side of
mean,
the I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd have to
I
rewatch
think
it.
she was more startled by the alarm going off than anything. Also, Adrian can run.
Dude, that boy
He
is
smacked
fast.
a car
Yeah.
when he's punched a car. That's
Well,
Winter
there we go.
Soldier.
There we go. The dude is just super like swole.
He's
That's
a-
why he could
he's the
just
Winter
carry
Soldier.
Elizabeth Moss like that. He's already just buff.
God,
Like, I don't know, man. It was just like
they added that scene in.
she had
the
a
end.
10-minute lead on this man.
And
who had
he was
to go-
drugged.
He was drugged, had to put on shoes, hop a fence.
could have ran
climb
barefoot.
through the woods. Come on, Nate.
I'm
Okay,
convinced he's literally a super soldier.
But like, dude had to be undrugged, put on shoes, hop a big wall thing, and then run through a bunch of woods to find this lady.
I've got a theory. Because I saw something on Twitter and it wasn't confirmed, but it is kind of heavily applied because the company that Adrian works for is the same company in Upgrade. So maybe
Really?
yeah.
Is it?
So it could be an Easter
never seen
egg.
that one.
It could just be. It could be like both of these movies are kind of connected obscurely in the same universe. So what if Adrian is like part like robot guy,
oh my
like
god,
an Upgrade? Like he has like the little chip in his back too, and he's just like, yeah, I'm super strong and fast. I don't care anymore.
Wasn't Upgrade like in the future, like where cars are flying and self-driving?
They weren't flying, but they were self-driving.
Yeah.
Maybe this is like early stages. Like he was like the
yeah.
first super soldier.
He's the prototype.
Yeah. They're like, well, our prototype
The
turned out to be a
first
That
murderer.
explains why he got all the food, because he's like, I don't eat this. So here's so many options.
Have any of you guys seen Upgrade?
Yeah, I have.
No,
I,
I
I
never
linked
had
it
it.
to you.
Yeah, you lent it to me. I watched it again over spring break
Yay.
too. Still holds up really well.
I haven't
How
seen
old
it.
is that movie?
A few years, and it was made like for like $2 million.
Oh, really?
This movie was only made for like $7 million, which
Yeah.
impresses me because the effects here.
they're not bad.
They're not
Both
bad.
an Upgrade and Invisible Man, like
This
Leia
looks,
Whannell did so much with so little.
this looks like it
Yeah.
cost like $50 million
Yeah.
or something like that.
I would put some of the effects are like, but like the knife in the air, especially at the restaurant, I was like, okay. But like the suit like phasing in and out, I was like, dang, this is like kind of on par with like an Avengers.
Imagine
movie.
what I'd be able to do with like the skills that Leia has with like my projects for TCOM. Like I'm just like, yeah, I didn't spend any money on this, but this looks like a Hollywood feature film. So.
Yeah.
But like, just that alone, and like this looks better like visually than a lot of like. This looks better than Justice League, and that movie cost
Yeah.
$300 million.
I mean, to be
make.
fair, they only had to make a whole man invisible, not just a mustache.
Yeah, but like, they couldn't make a mustache work, but they can make a knife floating work better than a mustache.
Yeah.
Listen,
Enough money.
Justice League was plagued by more behind-the-scenes issues than the Invisible Man.
Nate,
was.
are we team
Release the
release?
Snyder
Are we
Cut.
team release the Snyder Cut? I was
No,
gonna say that.
Yeah.
no, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't
It
exist.
does exist.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist, but it was plagued with a lot of issues. Either way, it's 2020. It's
Get over it.
It's over.
It's bigger things to worry about.
Agreed.
This
Like Justice
virus
League
is
2.
named after beer.
Yeah.
It's Modelo time.
The Modelo virus. When are we gonna get like the Loco
20.
virus?
Model 20.
Y'all are childish.
I know.
Oh, that's so dumb.
That's funny.
Is that-
Anything else?
Yeah. Do we have anything else we want to say?
Do you guys want to like rate it?
Sure.
We can.
Go down the line, kind
Yeah.
of like rental.
Tara.
I rated it. Officially, my rating is 2.5 stars.
Okay.
Out of 4 or 5.
5.
Out of 5? Okay.
All right.
I would give it 4 out of 5. There was some stuff that I was like, but like I think overall it achieved what it was going for.
Yeah, I'm at a solid 4 as well.
Matt, if I want to be exact, I'm like a 4.25.
I know.
But
I
I'm gonna give a 4 to the Invisible Man.
You can't
Yeah.
put 4.25 on Letterboxd, so that doesn't
No.
count.
So 4 out of 5 for me as well.
Okay.
I will say that the cop James's daughter was my favorite character.
She was great.
She's a
great
good actress.
supporting
I
actress.
liked both. I liked their dynamic. It was
Me
very
too,
cute.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really interesting dynamic between just like that family and then like Elizabeth Moss's character, how they interacted together. I thought it was really cool.
Also, like, why did her sister take her in?
Because her sister, I guess, was a,
dude knew where he lived.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
addressed
Yeah.
in the movie.
I'll also bring up one thing before, because I think we're pretty much done talking about the movie itself. So then Karen Kuwasama, I believe is how her name's pronounced. She like directed like The Invitation, Jennifer's
Yeah.
Body. She's going to be directing
Destroyer.
a new Destroyer, which is also great. She's going to be doing a Dracula movie, kind of in the same, bring it to the modern day era.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
And then Universal's also Elizabeth Banks is doing the Invisible Woman. I don't know.
is
what
it going to be connected or no?
No. Which is
Yeah,
weird.
Sad.
They're doing some guy from Dracula. Dexter Fletcher is
yeah,
doing that. Paul
cool.
Feig is doing like a Avengers one of all of the monsters teaming up. And
I don't like the rest of them, but I would just want to know, like, if there was
Is
like
there-
one Universal like famous movie monster that you would be really cool seeing in like the modern day.
Wolfman.
Wolfman would be great.
Wolfman.
Dracula's probably top 2 as well.
Mummy, maybe.
Redo the Mummy would be
Our
cool.
Creature from the Black Lagoon
Get
is in
Brendan
desperate
Fraser.
need.
Black
Job again.
Lagoon.
That
Black
needs
Lagoon
an
would be
update.
fun.
Yes.
That I
Uh,
want.
Is the Invisible Man the only one that's been like redone? Like
Like for
I mean,
this
the-
new
like,
universe.
recently.
They
Mummy.
tried
Yeah.
to do Frankenstein, and with the original Dark Universe 1.0, they did. Didn't they do?
Well, these were not the Dark Universe. It was like Dracula Untold. There was like I Frankenstein.
That wasn't Universal though.
Yeah, but like the only
okay.
Universal one they were trying to do for the Dark Universe first, the only one they released was The Mummy before that flopped and was a total
Okay.
disaster.
oh, the Tom Cruise.
The
one?
Tom Cruise
Yeah.
one was
Oh,
that was their first start, and it was not good.
I
Yeah.
forgot that happened.
Yeah, I wish I did.
Completely blanked my mind.
The only thing I remember about The Mummy is that one
It was
of
a
the
waste of Sophia Boutella.
It was that, and then the trailer that came out in theaters that didn't have any of the any dialogue or music, but just some of the sound effects.
Did they do that with Men in Black?
It did happen with Men in Black too, yeah. But the Mummy one is so funny because they use the same like Tom Cruise scream like 2 times in a row.
Logan and I were just listening to that like last week.
That's
it's
hilarious.
wonderful.
That's
I
funny.
think our time is about up now.
done.
Cool.
Yeah. So do you guys want to say any last things or?
It was fine.
I liked it.
I liked it
I-
quite a bit, and you know, this is if this is our last real deal
Oh, yeah, true.
in-person thing, this is a really cool one to go out on.
I think so,
First and
yeah.
last show, got to talk about something I like, so I'll keep it at that because we're almost out of time.
First and last episode of Real Talk.
Yeah. What other like CBS shows can we be compared to that like had a pilot and then it was like that's it?
Charlie's
Too Many
Angels, the
Cooks.
reboot.
What'd you say? Too many cooks. This isn't too many cooks of the real deal.
There was this one show. We'll talk
Dads.
about it after.
Dads. There we go. All right.
All right.
Shout out to
well,
dads.
We'll see you guys next time or whenever.
Wear masks. Stay
bye-bye.
safe.
Like, wash your hands.
Yeah.
Wash
your hands.
Who do you think you
Wash
are?
You're
your
disgusting.
hands.
Not washing hands.
Wash
Wash
your
them.
hands.
Wash.
So.